Well, this video is going to be the untold truth of the passport bros. Or I'm actually going to make up a new term right here, right now. We're going to start calling the passport bros the passport hoes, okay? Because the untold truth is that you guys have no game, you guys have no mouthpiece, you guys don't know how to make a woman respect you, and instead of being a little more assertive, putting your foot down around the women who come into your life, you would rather retreat to another country, to a place where hopefully the woman can't tell that you are a hoe, a passport hoe. Why? Because they don't speak the same language. So hopefully you can trick them. Hopefully you can go over there with a little bit of money, a little bit of fashion, right? You show up and hopefully you're good looking enough. Hopefully you've done enough looks maxing and you have a perfect fit and you can trick this woman who is poor and desperate and hoping to come up on some money, and hopefully you can get yourself a good woman. A woman who doesn't even understand you. A woman who does not really know the truth behind the curtain that you are actually a bitch. Okay? The untold truth of passport bros is that you don't know how to get a woman to respect you. You don't know how to set boundaries, right? Because I've never heard of a smooth player living in the USA talking about modern woman this and modern woman that. At the end of the day, it's not on the woman. As a man, you can't sit there and blame something outside of you for your problems. Since when do men do that? Since when are men broke and they blame another man? Since when do men get into a car crash and they say, oh, it was this other person, right? Okay, the car crash, maybe someone else could have crashed into you. But what I'm saying is, as a man, you have to take full responsibility and accountability for all of your actions. And if women are disrespecting you, women are too masculine, listen, I don't deal with that problem. I don't have a woman in my life who's masculine, mistreats me, disrespects me. Why? Because I have a filter. I have boundaries. I have self-respect. I have a standard. And if women do not meet that standard, then they cannot come into my life. Just because people out there smoke weed, do drugs, does that mean that jobs move over to another country? No, they have boundaries. They have standards. They have a code of ethics. Listen, if you want to work at this job, you have to dress this way. You have to show up at this time. You have to follow the rules. You can't smoke weed. There will be drug tests. And if you don't like it, oh well, we will find somebody who does have the qualifications for this position, which we are hiring for. Understand that? And if you come into this job and you start off meeting the qualifications, and as the time goes by, you get comfortable and you say, you know what, I'm gonna kick my feet up. I'm gonna show up late. I'm gonna start mouthing off to the boss. I'm gonna start smoking weed even though I have a drug test. What's gonna happen? You're gonna get fired. You're no longer gonna work that job. And do you think they're gonna be stressing that they fired you? No, because they have other options. They have other candidates for the position that they are offering, right? So as a man, you need to learn how to vet a woman. First of all, right, when you go on a date, stop being so damn thirsty for pussy. The reason why you guys get mistreated is because you guys think with your dick. You're so thirsty for pussy that you will put pussy over self-respect, as opposed to going into the date, as opposed to going into meeting a woman, and instead of going into her world, she's coming into your world. You're not going into her. She's coming into your world. Meaning you're not sitting here begging. You're not letting her make the standards, make the rules, right? Because a lot of guys talk about Latinas and they're so feisty. No, you just don't have standards. You don't have a program for her to follow. When a woman comes into your life, she should have structure. And this is why the problem is not passport bros. It's the fact that you're just a bad leader. You are a bad leader and you have to accept it. You cannot get emotional. If you're getting mad at this video right now, it's because it applies to you. It's because you understand deep down inside that this is the truth. So it invokes an emotional reaction out of you. and you feel upset at me. But I'm simply just showing you a mirror and letting you know that these are the things that you need to fix if you want to see better results. Don't be a little bitch and retreat to another country hoping that the women there won't be able to understand that you're a bitch and that hopefully they won't be able to see through you, right? Because if you're constantly getting disrespected, you're constantly dealing with masculine women, it's because you're accepting them into your life. When you go on a date, you're so desperate for pussy, you're like someone who is completely broke and will do anything to get a job. You'll do anything to be in her life, as opposed to you letting her come into your life. And when you go into a date, it's almost like a job interview, right? And I'm not saying interview like some of these guys who have no game and don't know how to talk to women and don't know how to build sexual tension to where they're like, "Hi, miss. Yes, what is your name? Where are you from? How are you doing?" Right? You don't want to be an interview like that. But what I mean is you are trying to see if this woman qualifies to be a candidate either on your roster, either as your girlfriend, whatever it is that your goal is, you have to qualify this woman. You have to see if she meets the requirements. First of all, is she right off the rip? Is she really masculine, right? Like she's too dominant, right? And I'm not saying that those women can't be tamed. They can. But it's a headache. Why would you deal with those type of women? Once again, like I said, when you go on a date, you have to qualify her. So if a woman that you are dealing with is masculine, what do? You no longer talk to that woman. That's why the first dates should always not be these super lavish, extravagant dates where you're spending hundreds of dollars because you don't even know this woman. But once again, guys are so thirsty, they're doing anything to hopefully put on a show for this woman. They have the looks, the money, the status, right? They have all these things. They have no game. They have no sexual charisma, but they have looks, money, status. And they hope that she is impressed enough and he can finally get a crumb of pussy so he can cure his incel disease. He can cure his desert dick, right? So stop going into these dates so thirsty. Have some self-respect. Be a type of man who can be on his own, who doesn't need a woman. Master those urges, okay? Master the urges. You guys watch too much porn and you guys want everything instant gratification, instant gratification. That's why when you guys go out on a date with a woman, you're so desperate for it, right? Because you need it right now. So, listen, guys. You have to be a better leader if you want to have a better quality of woman, right? As a man, if you see yourself as the leader, then you can't blame the woman. A leader cannot blame the people who are following him. He has to put the blame on himself because he is the one setting the example. So if a woman's disrespecting you, it's because you're tolerating disrespect. If a woman disrespects you, you check it. If she does it again, you tell her to kick rocks. It's that simple. You simply have a no tolerance policy, a no tolerance rule for disrespect. Showing up late, if she shows up late, what do? You check her on it. Even if it's 2 minutes late. Listen, over here, I respect your time, baby girl. And I just need you to respect my time as well, okay? That's it. Simple. She shows up late again. All right. You put her on ice. You don't talk to her. And once she comes back and she submits to you and she understands that, listen, I fucked up, but I need to become a better woman so that I can still be in this man's life. That's how you make a woman submit. That's how you gain control over a woman's mind. Women like a man who is sturdy, not a man who can be pushed around. The men who are passport bros get pushed around so much that they were forced to retreat. Imagine this, right? You are in United States, right? You have to retreat to another country, right? United States is your home, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling it passport bros. You wouldn't have to travel. So think about this. Think about if someone came into your home and just started doing whatever they wanted, right? They just broke into your home. They started doing whatever they wanted. They started slapping you in the face, and every single day, you tolerated it. It's your home. You're going to move out? If they come into your house, they slap you every day, What are you going to do? You're going to move houses? Or are you going to stand your ground and kick that person the fuck out of your house? Let them know, hey, listen, in this house, these are the rules. These are the standards. If you cannot follow it, then you must go. It's as simple as that. So stop being a little bitch. Stop chasing after these women. Stop going into a woman's life. That's why when you guys ask a woman, can you be my girlfriend? You're asking her, you're putting her in a position of power to where she can set the rules. She can set you're hoping that, you qualify for her job position, right? You're a candidate in her job position. You're hoping that you pass the interview. You're hoping that she sees you as enough of a good boy that you can meet her expectations. When in reality, it should be the other way around. That's why I say, don't get into a relationship so quick with these women. Vet them. Make sure that she's a woman who can follow your program, who does follow instructions, who does listen to you and does what you say. A woman that does respect you, who does love you, a woman who you can imprint. And trust me, if you're doing everything right, if she respects you, if you're fucking her like she's never been fucked before, if you're giving her experiences that she's never had, and you're really imprinting her mind, there's no way that a woman doesn't come up to you and say, what are we? If you do not get that question, and you have to ask a woman, can we be in a relationship? Several things. Either you're not a man that she respects, either she's not that into you, either she doesn't want to get into a relationship. That's how you guys be cuffing hoes, because you be asking her, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? And this woman is looking to fuck. She's not even trying to settle down. But you're trying to change her into something that she's not. And she might accept the position. She might say, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. But then what happens? Then you find out she's cheating. Then you find out she's doing something else. Why? Because she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. A job does not seek the employee and say, hey, please come work for us. No, when the person is ready, they come in and they say, hey, I would like to apply for a job. I would like to apply for this position. May I have an interview, right? So it's the same thing with women, right? I know some people are going to get mad at this. You're comparing this to a job? Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So that's why I say you need to vet these women, and that's why I say you shouldn't ask a woman to be in a relationship. You should let her come to you when she's ready. Stop being so damn thirsty, and she will hit you with the, what are we? What are we? Where are we going with this? In what direction? What do you want from me? Right? Do you want to just be a fuck, or do you want more? Because I want a relationship, right? And that's the moment when you can let her know, okay, listen, well, this is the rules. These are the standards. No male friends, right? You don't want your woman out there hanging out with Timmy, Tommy, Jimmy, Johnny, all those motherfuckers, right? That's how you guys end up getting so bitter and angry at women because you were a poor leader and fleeing to another country because you weren't man enough to stand up to her. You weren't man enough to set the standards and say, listen, over here, this is not what we do. Because trust me, if you're that type of man and you set those standards, you set those rules in your relationship, in your life, then you run the show. And you're not going to be mad at women. Because if a woman comes into your life and says, what are we? And she wants to be your girlfriend, and you say, okay, maybe I can entertain that idea. Maybe she can be my girlfriend, but listen, this is what we do over here, right? I need you to make sure, if you want to be my girlfriend, no male friends, no partying and clubbing. Are you going to listen to me, right? Are you going to cook? Are you going to rub my back when I want it? And if she says, I'm not doing any of those things, okay, well, you can kick rocks. That's my standards. Enjoy your life. Have fun. Go do what you want to do. Stop trying to change this woman. You can't change the bitch, but you can change the bitch. Do you understand me, brother? You can't change this woman into something that she's not. But best believe there's another woman out there who will do what it is that you want from a woman, who will submit to you. But if you're not the type of man who's worth submitting to, and a lot of guys don't understand this, that you have to be the type of man who is worth submitting to, right? Because so many guys blame the women. They say they're too masculine. They say they don't submit. They're not submissive enough. Why would she submit to you? Do you see yourself? You are a poor leader. Submitting means she is following your guidance. She's following your leadership. And yet you want her to submit to you. You want her to submit to a man who can get pushed around. A man that she can control. A man who is weak mentally. Who she can tell you, hey, do this, do that. And here you are, so desperate, you'll do whatever. Here you are, you started off the relationship saying no male friends, and then shortly after, you see her with Timmy, Tommy, Jimmy, and Johnny, and she says, oh, stop being so insecure. You're so insecure. You don't let me do what I want to do. And what do? Okay, baby, all right, I guess I am insecure. And then eventually, you get bitter, you get angry. You turn to the red pill, you go men going their own way, you go to passport bros, and you start listening to all these influencers that are in the same boat as you. The only reason why they are speaking that, the only reason why they are preaching that is because they are the same guy. They are the same guy who has to retreat, who can't make a woman submit. Because I have yet to see a motherfucker who can make a woman submit, who knows how to build sexual tension, who has game, who has a mouthpiece, who has confidence, have any problems with women. I have yet to see it. I have yet to see one that has to flee to another country that says, these women, fuck these women, these modern day women, it's the modern day men. You need to understand that it's the modern day man. It's not the modern day women. Sure, there is some ratchet ass hoes out there, right? There's some ratchet ass hoes who be fucking, who be on Tinder and all the dating apps, and they fuck everybody they see. And sure, they're going to be a little more masculine, but why would you have to fuck with those women? Those women are for recreational use only, right? You got to know your tools. A hammer is not for unscrewing things. A screwdriver is for unscrewing things. A hammer is for pounding shit, right? So if you see a hoe and you cuff her, that's your fault. You can't get mad at her. You misuse the tools. So understand that. There's plenty of women out here in United States who are ready to submit to the man who's worth submitting to. So become that man. Become the man who can set the boundaries, can set the standards, and demands respect. Demands respect, not asks for it, not begs for it, demands it. Meaning, if you don't give me respect, that's no problem. I respect myself too much to allow you to come into my life and disrespect me. So I'm not going to tolerate that. So you only deal with women who respect you. And getting someone's respect is earned. You guys think that you just deserve respect. Women are going to respect you by the way that you carry yourself. And sure, here and there, a woman might try to do something to test you, to see if you are the type of man that you say you are. And that's where a lot of guys fold. That's where a lot of guys fold like a lawn chair. They say, if you do this, then I'm going to leave. They do it, and then they stay. They do it, they break up with her for like 2 days, and then they're calling her back. Hey, baby, I miss you. Baby, please come back. Baby, come back, right? As opposed to the man who she tests you and she finds out you really are who you say you are. She's forced to respect you. Not by you beating it out of her, but by you demanding respect. She has no choice. She understands that you are a quality man, and if she wants to stay in your life, she has to follow the rules. She knows how it goes. Your way or the highway. Either she follows the rules, she submits to you, she sucks your dick when you want it, she does all these things, or she can go. If your woman's not giving you sex, if your woman's not cooking for you, if your woman's not giving you massages, if your woman's not sucking your dick, she's not really that into you. She's not really that into you. And that's why when you focus on looks, money, status, you become a target to these women. A man with no game, a man with no sexual charisma, a man with no confidence and no self-respect, but has looks, money, and status? Oh yeah, she's gonna run circles around your ass. She's gonna say, wow, look at this. I just found me a come up. I just found me a come up. A man who has looks, he has money, he has status, all these things I can benefit from, but he doesn't understand me. He doesn't understand how to make me submit. He doesn't understand how to make me respect him. No. That's why you get mistreated and abused and you have to flee to another country. Well, guys, that's the truth. That's the truth of the passport bros. You can ask any player, any smooth guy, any guy with confidence, and ask them, hey, are you fleeing to another country because modern women are so bad? Or do you have no problem with the women over here? Ask them. Ask them. Let's see how many of them do. Let's see how many of them have these problems with women. I assure you, none of them do. Okay? You're the man. You have to take accountability. You have to put the blame on yourself if you're seeing women disrespect you and you keep them in your life. That's your fault. So don't go fleeing to another country in hopes that a woman doesn't understand you, can't speak the same language. That's so pathetic. That's so weak. Do you hear that? You have to flee to another country because a woman hopefully won't be able to understand and see behind the curtain to see how weak and how soft you are. Well, guys, that's the video for today. Like the video. Leave a comment down below. I already know the passport hoes are going to be down below in the comments crying. And then there might be some passport hoes who might actually man up and say, you know what? That's true. He's right. I do need to be a better man. I do need to be a better leader. And then maybe I can experience a woman who fully submits to me and gives me all of her. And I will imprint her and I will be on her mind for the rest of her life. That's the video for today, guys. Peace out.